كل شيء عليما إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد مع الجود والكرم وعلى آله وأصحابه وبارك وسلم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. ربنا تقبل منا وقبلنا وعافنا واعف عنا وإلى غيرك لا تكلنا ومن جودك وكرمك يا إلهي لا تحرمنا ولا تمنع عنا فضلك وكرمك يا رب العالمين. اللهم احفظ إخواننا المسلمين في فلسطين يا رب العالمين وفي لبنان وفي سوريا يا الله يا كريم. عليك باليهود الصهاينة المجرمين. اللهم دمر إسرائيل. اللهم خرب إسرائيل. اللهم عليك بإسرائيل يا رب العالمين. اللهم ارحم شهداء المسلمين. اللهم شاف جرح المسلمين. اللهم شفاء كاملا يا رب العالمين. انصر المجاهدين. أيد المجاهدين. اللهم وفق المجاهدين لنصر عزيز يا عزيز يا جبار يا قوي يا قهار. اقهر المجرمين ودمرهم شر تدمير يا رب العالمين. وصل يا رب وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
صلوا على الحبيب صلى الله على محمد. تو شمع رسالت ہے عالم تیرا پروانہ. تو ماہ نبوت ہے
recognition. And the purpose of our life is to recognize. Now, recognition are in many forms. When you meet someone for the first time, if somebody says, "Do you know me?" Your answer will be, "Look, I don't know much. I just met him once." Isn't it? You meet him again, twice, quite a few times. When you meet somebody quite a few times, then you know a little bit about him. But still you cannot say, "I have recognized that person." Because to recognize, it means that you need to know about that person. About that person. And to know his characteristics, his behavior. When you come to know that, and then you know that if I have to say this, this is how he will react. If I say that way, this is how he will react. This is the kind of food that he likes. This is the how he loves. This means you know everything. Then you can say that to a certain extent, I have recognized the person. But to know about someone in full, it's very hard. It's very hard. It's not so easy. But here we're talking about that the purpose of our life is only one, and that is to recognize Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To recognize Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. At the moment you and I, we know about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but we haven't recognized Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Knowing is one thing, recognizing is something else. And awliya of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they work hard, they strive, and they put effort in order to reach to that level where they are able to recognize Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when they recognize Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they get to the marifat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when they get to marifat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then the level of iman increases such a way that Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu says that even if I see Jannah and Jahannam today, it will not increase or decrease my iman. It will not increase or decrease my iman. Why? Because he reached to that level of recognition that front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the recognition of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala being far better and beyond the Jannah and Jahannam, because you have recognized your Creator Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You have recognized your Creator Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You got the marifat of your Creator. And when you get the marifat of Creator, you know, it's, when we listen to such things, it seems very easy. It seems very easy. To a certain extent, it is easy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Holy Quran, وَذَرُوا ظَاهِرَ الْإِثْمَ وَبَاطِنَهُ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when talking about sin in Quran, Allah didn't say leave all the external sins. Allah said, وَذَرُوا ظَاهِرَ الْإِثْمَ وَبَاطِنَهُ. Leave all internal and external sins out of you. So it means that you and I collectively, where we have two personalities in us, one which is exposed to people, one is not exposed to people, only Allah knows about it. Only Allah knows what is in your heart, what is going in your heart, what is going in your mind, only Allah knows that. And whatever actions that will appear from the parts of your body, that's how the people recognize you. That's how the people will recognize you. But the problem that you and I have, that that our internal and external do not synchronize. Do not synchronize. Something else in the mind and in the heart and action is something else. You, like for example, with I love you, you know. I love you. But inside, you're saying, I'm just saying because I don't want to make you feel bad. So, your internal and external is not synchronized. And marifat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala do not come until your internal and external is not synchronized. When your internal and external is synchronized, that is the very first stage of wilayat and Sufism. That is the time now you have embarked on your journey towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it means that the very first step towards the recognition of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or towards the wilayat, or towards the tasawwuf, is that your internal and external must be synchronized. Must be synchronized. Means what is in, that is what is out. What is out, that is what in. If we can reach to that level, for me and you, let me tell you, for me and you, if we can just get to that level, then it's sufficient for us. It's really sufficient for us. Looking at our life, looking at our way of life, looking at our amal and action and deeds, it's even if we can get to that very initial and very beginning of it, where your internal and external is same, custom, that will become the source of our salvation. If we can get to that, one first level of that is why say that man arafa nafsahu faqad arafa rabbahu. One who recognizes himself, he will be able to recognize Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We all want to recognize Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but if we question ourselves, have you recognized yourself? No. What do you know about yourself? Nothing. So that is why Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that whoever recognizes himself, he will recognize Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it means before you do anything, the person needs to work within himself. And when he starts working on himself by eradicating all the sins, all the evils, that's how he will be able to recognize himself. But until we don't get into it, where we have to work on ourselves, like awliya of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, like Hoxpat radiallahu ta'ala says in Sirul Asrar, that give yourself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as a dead body in the care of those who are giving him ghusl. Those who are giving him ghusl. Give in that manner to yourself, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It means when you die, now you are the ghusl khan. People around you who are giving ghusl, even if they kick you like a football, you can't do nothing. Or can you? You can't speak. You can't say a word. So it means totally you are in the care of al-Basiri, those who are giving ghusl. So it means you have totally, in the form of your death, you are surrendered. Means now you can't do nothing, absolutely nothing. Gospel says, give yourself to Allah in that form. Means Allah make you sick, you still pleased with Allah. Allah give you sifat, you are pleased with Allah. Allah give you wealth, you are pleased with Allah. Allah take away the wealth, you are pleased with Allah. In whatever condition Allah keeps you, you don't complain. You don't complain. You are pleased with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in every situation. Allah takes you. And when you are able to take and train yourself, your nafs, in that form that no matter what Creator. When you reach to that level, that will take you towards the recognition of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So before we do anything, we need to work within ourselves or with ourselves, that we work in such a way that we abstain ourselves from all kinds of evil, whether it is internal or whether it is external. That is why Allah says, وَذَرُوا ظَاهِرَ الْإِثْمَ وَبَاطِنَهُ. Leave all external sins and leave all hidden sins. It means that you are not fooling yourself. You are not fooling yourself. Example, Uncle Iqbal. I tell Uncle Iqbal, hey, you know Uncle Iqbal, you are such a great person, such a this and that, etc. But in my heart, I went to him, never been in Islam. You understand the reality of our life. I'm praising him one side. Jazakallah for inviting me. Food was so nice. All this we say. But in my heart, I give lecture 1 hour, but didn't give in Islam. So it means what? Your internal and external is not same. It's not the same. It's not the same. So, Zahir, you have attained to be a very good person. But internally, what you have done, you have destroyed all that by the action of the external action. You have destroyed your internal. So now because of one, the internal and external both is destroyed. So that is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Quran told us that don't work only on those amal which are exposed to people. Work on the amal which is between you and your Creator, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And once you start doing that, that's the way, and that is the path that will take you towards the marifat of Allah. That's the way and the path that will take you towards the recognition of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant all of us tawfiq and hidayah, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us amongst those who do effort and those who strive in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant all of us the faizan, the blessings of the Ghaus-e-Pak radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of Qiyamah grant us the company of the awliya of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And as we are lovers of gospel, we make dua that through the wasila of gospel, may Allah inculcate the love of awliya in our new generation's heart as well. And Allah make them also lover of awliya of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Mustafa Jane Rahman pe lakhon salam shume bas mein hidayat pe lakhon salam hum gharibon ke आका पे मेरा दुरूद हम फकीरों
الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار واغفر لي ولوالدي رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وعملا به يا ارحم الراحمين. اللهم اجز عنا من علمنا خيرا، اللهم اجز عنا شيخ شعيب خيرا يا رب العالمين. تقبل منا ومنكم صالح الاعمال واجعلنا يا ربنا عند حسن ظن الناس بنا. اللهم علمنا بانفسنا، عرفنا بانفسنا، قربنا منك يا رب العالمين، قربنا من اوليائك واحبابك واصفيائك بفضل ان الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا ايها الذين امنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما.
اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد
وعلى اله واصحابه اجمعين.